Hey, what's going on everyone? I'm Jamie Michael Joseph, and this video is following on from my trends and predictions for business marketing in 2019. So successful business marketing, December, I put out 5 trends that I say tips, trends, predictions that I feel are going to come true for business owners and business marketing in 2019. So we broke this down into 5 key areas, and these are the 5 key areas that most businesses use for their marketing. So we looked at SEO in the last video. We're going to look at websites today. We're going to look at paid ads, and then social media and video. Okay, so these are the 5 areas. So the last video was all about SEO and about how there were changes in 2018 that impacted the health sector mainly. A few others around it as well, but I feel that that kind of stuff will impact other businesses moving forward when it comes to different search results. So today's video then, following on from that, is all about websites. Okay, so we're going to go a bit more deeper into my kind of prediction for websites, and that was where you need more than just a general website for it to work for you. Okay, so what do I mean by this? If we look at websites as a whole, okay, and we go kind of way back to when websites really came about. Okay, you kind of had the .com boom and people were buying up, the kind of online real estate. They kind of then moved into having like a website which was a one-page website, and that evolved into a few pages and stuff like that. And then it got into more of the brochure style website. Okay, so it was the same as if you went and sat down with one of your customers and you had a brochure there of what it is that you offer, and you kind of went through it, and there's a bit about yourself and the services that you offer, and then there's the price, and there's some kind of contact information, and that's kind of the standard setup of websites, and we still kind of follow through with that to a certain extent. So that kind of happened, and then you kind of had the sales landing pages and sales pages and stuff like that came about for certain products, and then you had the likes of e-com come about, and that's really where, with today's market, you kind of need a combination of that brochure style for the general kind of view into your business. That's your backup, your credibility, and then you kind of need that kind of e-com sales page, landing pages for each of your services. Okay, and I mentioned in the video that you kind of need a sales funnel. Now, a sales funnel gets chucked around out there. Sales funnel has been, it's a selling process. It's been around forever. Is what people do. It's the same as you go into. I use in a video saying about going to a restaurant and then adding starter, main drinks, all that kind of thing. It's more of a one transaction kind of sell, the upsell. The sales funnel style is all about the kind of upsell there and maybe downsell also. But with the customer journey and the different things that we offer, we kind of want to take people along the path with different pages which are tailored to them, and that comes down to your audience as well. Okay, and if we take, for instance, I've been dealing with a few coaches recently, and they have the same issue that they say, I deal with this, but I also deal with that. I'm spreading myself too thinly, or I'm not focused on one area, I don't have a niche, or they're worried that because they're targeting one area, the other area is going to be put off and they're not going to buy. Now, the truth is, with today's market where everything is really noisy, no one really sees what you're doing anyway. Okay, that's part of the whole thing with marketing, is that we want to make sure that we're front of mind, so that when someone wants to buy, they remember us, or we do something to spark an interest that gets them to go through to the next step, really. Okay, and that's where the website stuff comes in, is that next step. So if you take, for instance, coaching, one of them was talking about teachers. Okay, so they're going after teachers, but then they're also in the sports market as well. Okay, so it's kind of it's quite different the way they're going after people. But if you put a message out there that says, hey, sports person, teachers aren't necessarily going to read it, but they're not going to be put off by you just because you put a post out targeting sports people. Okay, and the same go around the other way. That if you said, hey teachers, this is what I've got for you, a sports person scrolling through, or seeing an ad or something like that, it's not going to register. Okay, and if it does, it's only going to be a few seconds, and then it's kind of binned off, and they go about the stuff that does interest them. Okay, so what we kind of want to do there is make sure that we're targeting the right people. So for instance, then the same, we'll talk about this with paid ads as well. But for the likes of any kind of traffic that you generate to go through to your website, you don't just want to be taking them to a homepage. You don't just want to be taking them to your services. You want a page which is specific to them for what they're offering. Okay, and I think I mentioned in the video as well that if you had, we're talking about the dog groomers, where we spoke about a video about how we would help a dog groomers get more customers. And for instance, if you had, say, if you were targeting puppies, and you had a page that was all around puppies, and you would send, someone's looking and it says, a puppy needs to get his hair cut within the first so many weeks or something like that, or so many months to get it used to going to the dog groomers. And then it just went through to a homepage that said, we're dog groomers, we do this, we do that. Or you send them through to a page that says, hey puppy owner, we look after, your puppy, your pride and joy by, helping with X, Y, and Z. That's going to be more appealing to them. That's going to get them going in. And then, within that page, you can kind of build up then, the purchase now or the contact us. And this works the same as, any kind of lead magnet as well, is that you're making it specific to that person that comes through rather than general stuff. And this is really important, especially if you're spending any money on marketing to send people through to your website, is that you want that end result to be looking that person in the eye really and saying, this is for you, rather than just saying, here's what we do. Okay, so that's the whole kind of thing that I was talking about with websites, is I think we're going to see a shift along. Okay, so how do you structure your website for this? So you basically structure your website for an SEO point of view, like a brochure style, that you want the information there, but your homepage is really important. Okay, that's what's going to be showing up the most time for search results. So you kind of want to make your God, I almost lost it there. You kind of want to make your homepage all about the next step. Okay, so when people get onto your homepage, you want to say, go through to this page if you're X, Y, and Z, go through to this if you're A, B, and Z. Or if you're looking for, something else that we're offering, get in touch here, or here's our download. And it's quite simple then for people to navigate. What people want to do when they come to a website or something like that is they want an answer. They want something right there and then that they can go, yep, this is for me, this is what I'm looking for. How do I purchase? How do I get more information? Where do I go? Okay, that's all we're looking to do with a website. So you can have all things like blogs and stuff like that. And blogs are great for, getting more traffic and getting more kind of appeal and more information about your products and services. And if you're running something like a particular service or particular product that is tailored to a specific type of customer, you want to make sure that your kind of information then is pointing people through to those pages. Okay, and you will get more customers by, most businesses, they have different sets of customers. Okay, it's very rarely that you would have just one type of customer, even if it's within the same niche, it's still broken down into different avatars. And you kind of want to make sure that you're talking to that person to bring them over, and you will convert more people by, basically sounding as if you are, someone that is within their field and this product or service is for them rather than just anybody in general. Okay, so make sure that you're kind of, wording, the text and, the images or anything like that you are doing it to that specific audience. So we'll go to the puppy again. There's no point in putting, a fully grown dog in there if you're targeting puppies. But yeah, that's basically how I see websites going for 2019, is that there needs to be a bit more to it. Okay, and that's the main thing, a bit more. So rather than just having a website, and I know businesses that had a website 5 years ago, they haven't touched it, and to them they've got a website, that box is ticked, yet they've never got an inquiry from that website. Okay, but to them the box is ticked that they've got a website. A website, the same as any other kind of marketing, should be used as a tool really. Okay, it should be like a member of staff that is moving through to convert for you and taking people on to the next step and converting them from visitors into customers. Okay, so that's this video then is for my tip prediction trend for 2019 number 2, websites, sales funnels, however you want to kind of put it together. It's the same thing moving forward. Okay, so look, I hope that clears it up. As always, we've got Lunch and Learn. Any questions that you have for that, get them over to me. I'll be answering them. You can get in touch at contact@successfulbusinessmarketing.co.uk. Until next time, I'll see you then. I'm Jamie Michael Joseph, and this is Successful Business Marketing. Almost forgot myself.